Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I would love for this game to come out this year. Obviously, I think everybody would, but it's one of those things where I think currently I don't think we should expect it this year, and because of a lot of different reasons, because of this, and I just think that 2020 isn't the right year for Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, you might be wondering, why are you saying that? How dare you? It still could come this year. We're just about halfway through the year. It could come out this Christmas, and fair enough, it might come out this Christmas, and that's great. If anything, I want it to be out this Christmas. I know a lot of people are expecting it. I know it makes a lot of people happy, whatever the case may be, and genuinely I think it would be great if Breath of the Wild 2 came out, or Zelda 2, whatever they're going to call it, comes out. The sequel to Breath of the Wild ever comes out, we'll say that. I would want it as much as everyone else, but I think genuinely this year, 2020, might be a bit of a bad year for Nintendo, and that's because, so far 2020 has been a really unprecedented year. Things that happened in 2020 have never really happened before. It's just an insane year for everybody, including Nintendo, including everyone. And I think so far, we've had an okay year. We've had Animal Crossing, we've had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and that was announced very, very early on before we knew what was happening with the world. And I think now we're at a point where the world's been affected so much that directs may not happen. And if we don't get a direct at E3 or during June, then I feel like we might be expecting a Nintendo Switch game droughtage. Maybe that'll last a year or so, but I think we might have to wait on some games. Development might have to stop. That's just inevitable. Development might have to stop, and because of that, I think Breath of the Wild 2 might have had a significant delay. Of course, last year in June, we've only seen that Breath of the Wild 2 got its announcement saying it was in development, and that might have been different if it was if we got a year or shown some gameplay, but really all we got was a cutscene and just saying it's currently in development. So I don't really know, and I think genuinely, if we were expecting it this year anyway, I feel like Nintendo would have pushed it more. I think it was also a possibility that it could have been this year, and that was a possibility that it could have come out from the get-go, and it could have always been announced for this year, and they were just teasing us last year. But I think especially now with what's going on with the world, people not being able to make the game or finish the game, maybe the manufacturers aren't able to make it, the retailers aren't able to sell it. There's a lot of different factors in there, and I think all of those factors added together, maybe even the game just wasn't ready. I just think it's not coming this year, and I also think that this year we could expect massive Nintendo Switch game droughtages. Of course, so far we've had certain games. We've had some games coming out. We've had Animal Crossing come out, which you knew about for a while. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was a surprise. I'll give it that. 21 or 51 Clubhouse games, I believe it's called, is coming out as well. But I don't think anyone's really caring about that. There's a Xenoblade port. Stuff is coming out, and fair play stuff is coming out. But so far we've not had a great direct announcing a lot of stuff, and I think we can see that the world has really been affected, and I think Nintendo has really been affected as well during all of this. So I think, just looking back at the directs and the announcements and the way the world has gone so far, I think, it's just, I don't think it's fair to think that Breath of the Wild 2 is coming this year. I don't know if it was fair to think that going into this year anyway. I think it was fairer to think that, to be fair, but, I think beginning of this year, sort of the sky's the limit. I think now, we might not get a direct for the rest of the year. It could be as bad as that. We could get a direct later in the year. We don't know what Nintendo's release schedule is. The only thing we know is for May we're going to get Xenoblade, and June we're going to get the Clubhouse games. We don't know anything after that. With rumours going around of that without an E3 direct, I don't really know. Anything could happen within these next 6 months, but I don't think Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be one of them. Just, in the future months, we could see a direct which announced this, and that would be great. If they announced this in the next direct for this year, that would be great. But, I think there's a reason why Nintendo aren't doing directs right now. I think there's a reason why they're not doing it, because, maybe they can't. Maybe they haven't got things to show. Maybe we just need some time to give Nintendo a little bit of a break. Let the world just try and get back to normal, and then maybe expect Breath of the Wild 2. I don't know. I've just got a feeling it won't be this year, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think that Breath of the Wild 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch this year? Alright, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. See you later.